I'm in Kingman, Arizona, about an hour and a half into the drive to Phoenix. Stopped at a truck stop to pick up some food and use the bathroom. And I see a bunch of things that say Route 66 on them, and I say, I'm assuming we're near Route 66? The guy's like, it's just down the street. Of course it is.
Hi, I'm Brody, lover of chocolate, sushi, classic scary movies, and Netflix. I've been an on-air radio personality and programmer for almost 20 years now. Las Vegas is 113, so we have to sing Happy Birthday. Taking me from the east to the south and to the west coast, all while getting to see the world. I love connecting with people through radio broadcasting, but like most other people, have a passion for traveling. And like most people, on a budget. So you get smart, staying with strangers. One of my favorite places to visit, Arizona. All over. I've done the Pink Jeep tour in the tourist hotspot of Sedona, seeing Arizona from perspectives I wouldn't normally experience.
Sedona. Love this place.
As well as the peaceful city of Tucson. The views, amazing.
The view from our porch, so peaceful.
There's more hiking to do in Tucson than you can imagine.
It's my guide. Don't get us lost.
It's like you're in a big Western movie, but without all the gunfire. That is, unless you visit Old Tucson Studios. It's been the premier filming location for over 400 films and commercial productions, featuring the likes of John Wayne, Clint Eastwood, Kurt Russell, Sharon Stone, Steve Martin, and Martin Short. But let me make something clear. I'm not big on Westerns.
Why the long face?
So what movie did they film there that I have such a love for?
The Three Amigos!
That looks familiar. Little geeked.
It's kind of a Western. Hey, it's a classic. I've exchanged my fair share of lines from the movie with friends, thank you mainly to El Guapo.
It's a sweater!
Today, Old Tucson Studios is one of the city's most popular attractions with stunt shows, live entertainment, rides for the kids, and genuine Southwest barbecue. I promised myself I'd bring my stepdad back here because he's a huge fan of Westerns. Since I have friends in Phoenix, I decided to stay in town, but not with them. I try to avoid asking to stay with friends. Airbnb has become one of my most useful assets in traveling, allowing me to pick where and who I stay with based on reviews, price, and what they offer.
Sometimes I think strangers are nicer than the people we know. I was actually married for a long time and realized that the strangers I meet were actually nicer than the guy I was married to.
Meet Diane.
I manage a worldwide telecommunications company, and I actually office out of my home. So I am in my home about 85% of the time, other than when I'm running carpool or I coach a synchronized swimming team here in town.
She's got a great house in Phoenix with an extra bedroom and full bath. And did I mention a pretty sweet pool? Oh yeah, there's her dog Harley too.
You know, I've got a gal that stayed with me a week ago. She's setting up in Seville in Spain, and I bet I would stay with her if I actually had an opportunity to go to Spain too, because she's someone that's ingrained in the neighborhood. You get the feel and the flavor of where you're actually traveling to.
And then there's Marcia and her husband Tom.
I don't ever think of people as strangers. Like, I just think they're people.
They have a dog too. Say hi to Coach. They also have a pretty nice house with a relaxing backyard that's made for company.
I spent a lot of time planning vacations, so I started looking at different places we could stay, and Airbnb just kept coming up. But we'd never thought of doing it in our own house until we started getting a little bit lower funds one year, and so we started talking about, well, maybe we should just invite people. And
when our kids moved away from the house,
yeah.
They all grew up and went to school and college and got married, and so we had extra rooms, and so it kind of made sense that, you know, you could make some income from having an empty room in the house, so it kind of made sense.
Our travelers come from the end of September through the end of May. because we have the Phoenix Open, which is also known as the Waste Management Phoenix Open. We have Barrett Jackson Auto Auction. We have the Arabian Horse Festival.
Spring training for baseball, we get a lot of guests that come during springtime, and the weather's so nice, but spring training for baseball brings in a lot of guests.
Fiesta Bowl that happens in Tempe, and we have Parada del Sol, which is the parade down the middle of town that also has a giant rodeo that goes along with it. So there's always something going on in the greater Phoenix market.
No matter how good any traveler's reviews are online, inevitably, life happens.
We had an older couple that was staying in one night, and we had some friends over, and we were having dinner or something, and a lot of our friends just used whatever bathroom they want in our house, and so she was going to use the bathroom, and so she went into, not knowing that we had a guest in the Airbnb room, and so she walked into the room, and there he was laying on the bed just in his underwear, and so she came out screaming that, you know, she walked in on him, and he was just laying there on top of the bed, on top of the covers, just in his whitey-tighty, she said. So
they made a quick exit the next morning. We never saw him again.
Having someone that starts out as a stranger hosting you in their home isn't as weird as you may think, though.
We had one amazing woman named Lee, and she came pretty much every other week for, like, she'd come 4 days, go home for the weekend, and then come back because she worked out here. So that was really fun. She felt like part of the family. It's so easy to travel and to just be about your own thing. You just want to do your own thing. You don't want to be bothered by anyone. And there's something about just staying in someone's home, even if you don't interact with them a whole lot, that just brings people a little bit closer. There's a little bit of a connecting factor to it that I think is a really good thing, because people, I think we live in isolation a lot, and it's good to really remember that there's somebody else out there, and they maybe have something really good to offer us, and we have something to offer them too.
And that's part of the fun. I've made a few friends while traveling as a budget-challenged kind of guy. The only question now is, where to next?